plus dou h by dou qk into d of qk plus dou h by dou t into dt. This is equation number 1 for me, sir. Okay. Now, I've already told you that Hamiltonian is a function of P, Q dot and L, and L depends on Q, Q dot and T. Therefore, I will write we know Hamiltonian H is equal to sigma of K Pk into Q dot K minus L of Q comma Q dot K comma. Is that clear, sir? Let us rub this part, sir. Therefore, let us differentiate that. Therefore, dH is equal to, we need to use UV method here. Am I right? Sigma K, Q dot K, I am keeping it as a constant, dPk, okay, plus sigma K, P of K is a constant, du dQ dot K minus dl, and let this be equation 2 for me. Let this be equation 2 for me. Clear? Now, since L is equal to L of Q1 comma Q2 dot Qk dot Q1 dot comma Q2 dot Qk dot T. Exactly in a similar way, I will differentiate this. dl is equal to sigma K dou L by dou Qk into dQk plus sigma K dou L by dou Q dot K into dQ dot K plus dou L by dou T into dt. Is that clear to you, sir? Is that clear to you, sir? dl is equal to sigma K dou L by dou Qk into dQk. We know from our previous discussion, dou L by dou Q dot K is generalized momentum. Therefore, I will write it as plus P of K dQ dot K plus dou L by dou T into dt. This is equation 3 for me. What I have done here is, I have substituted for sigma of dou L by dou Q dot K, and I know sigma of sigma K dou L by dou Q dot K is generalized momentum. Is that clear to you, sir? If that is clear to you, what I am going to do is, this value of dl from equation 3, I am going to substitute in equation 2. So let me rub this off this part and I will proceed. Shall I? Have you taken down this? If you have not taken down, please take it down so that I will rub this part and try to substitute equation 3 in equation 2. Is that clear to you, sir? Let me rub this off now. Okay. Therefore, substituting dl from 3 into we have, what do we have? dh is equal to sigma k q dot k into dpk plus sigma k p of k into dq dot k minus, in the place of dl we need to substitute now. Therefore I get this as sigma k dou L by dou QK into dQK minus, I will write here, minus sigma PK into dQ dot K minus dou L by dou T into dt. Is that clear to you, sir? Is that clear to you, sir? Now, see, I have substituted this equation 3 in equation 2 here. Okay? Now, dH is equal to sigma k q dot k dpk minus dou L by dou QK. Dou L, see, this is plus sigma k p of k q dot k minus sigma k q pk q dot k. These two will vanish. Now, what I do is sigma k p dot k into dqk minus dou L by dou t into dt. If you ask me how, I will write since p dot k is equal to dou L by dou qk. Clear, sir? Is that clear, sir? Now, what is the equation number if you given? I have not given any number. Now, let me give this number as 4, sir. This equation as 4. Okay? I will rub this off now. Now, what are we going to do is, we are going to compare the coefficients of dpk, dqk and dt of equation 1 and 4. For the sake of understanding, I will write equation 1 here. dH is equal to sigma k dou h by dou pk into dpk plus sigma k dou h by dou qk into dqk plus dou h by dou t into dt. This is equation 1. What we are going to do is compare coefficients of dpk, compare coefficients of dqk, okay, compare coefficients of dt, and we will see what are the equations we are getting here. So let me write it here. Comparing coefficients of dpk comma, dqk and dt in equation 1 and 4. First we compare dpk. I get q dot k is equal to dou h by dou pk. Then I will compare gqk. I get this as minus p dot k is equal to dou h by dou qk. Then I will compare dt. I get minus dou L by dou T is equal to dou H by dou T. These equations I call them as Hamilton's equations or Hamilton's canonical equations. I also call them as Hamilton's canonical equations of motion. Our next topics, when we play with the applications of when we come to the applications of Hamilton's equations, we are going to use these equations quite often. Therefore, you must remember these equations. Q dot k is dou h by dou pk minus p dot k is dou h by dou qk minus dou L by dou T is dou h by dou T. These are the Hamilton's equations, also known as Hamilton's canonical equations. Is that okay to you, sir? They can ask you separately to derive Hamilton's canonical equations, in which case you need to start from the Hamilton's function, which I said h is equal to h of p comma q comma t. From there you need to proceed. Is that okay to you? Having said this, we will try to understand what is the physical significance of Hamilton's function. Let me rub this off. Physical significance of Hamilton's function. Hamilton's function is h. We are right now going to understand the physical significance of Hamilton's function. As I said, we know the Hamiltonian function, or we can also call this Hamiltonian, okay, instead of writing like this. Hamiltonian function. Hamiltonian function h is or depends on P, Q and T. This we know. Right from the beginning I have been telling you, right? The Hamiltonian function h depends on P, Q and T. So for the generalized equation I write like this. H is a function of P1, comma, P2, dot, Pk. Then Q1, comma, Q2, dot, Qk, dot. Is that okay to you, sir? Is that okay to you, sir? This we have already come across in the previous topic as well. Okay, fine. The total time derivative. Total time derivative of h. dh by dt is equal to sigma k dou h by dou pk into p dot k plus sigma k dou h by dou qk into q dot k plus dou h by dou. Let me call this as equation number 1. Let me call this as equation number 1. Now, we are going to substitute Hamilton's equation in 1. What is that? What I mean by saying that is, from the Hamilton's equations or Hamilton's canonical equations, I know dou h by dou t can be written as minus dou l by dou t. Therefore, I will write this way. Substituting the Hamilton's equation in 1. Is that okay to you? What happens here? It becomes dou h by dou t is equal to minus dou l by dou t. Am I right, sir? Am I right, sir? Dou h by dou t is minus dou l by dou. Okay, let me rub this part off now. If Lagrangian is not an explicit function of time, then dou l by dou t will become 0. Therefore, dh by dt, this will be dh by dt, okay? If dou l by dou t is 0, then dh by dt is 0, that is h is equal to a constant. H is a constant. Only if h is a constant, if you differentiate with respect to time or any other factor, it is going to become 0. Thus, we may state from this that if Lagrangian L is not an explicit function of time, then the Hamiltonian is a constant. I suppose you are able to understand what I am trying to tell you. I am repeating it. If the Lagrangian L does not depend on time explicitly, openly, then dou l by dou t becomes equal to 0. If dou l by dou t becomes equal to 0, dh by dt becomes 0. Mathematically, it means h is a constant. That is what I meant by writing such thing. Okay. I also know for conservative systems, the potential energy V does not